driving ambition. The world's fifth largest auto market, India, has announced that it will stop selling petrol and diesel cars by 2030. This is part of the Modi-led government's vision for a renewable energy revolution. The impact, it claims, would be massive, cutting its oil bill by $60 billion and reducing emissions by almost 40%. India sold 3 million passenger cars in the financial year 2016-2017, but only 22,000 were electric vehicles. This electric car revolution would require a massive push. Anand Mahindra, chairman of the Mahindra Group, is a man with his eyes on the future. His company is the only manufacturer of electric cars in India so far. The fact that in the next 13 years, India is to have only electric cars gives him the first mover advantage.
I think it's time India got too ambitious. The problem with India has been that we have lacked ambition. So I'm never going to fault anyone for coming up with a deadline that critics say is not reachable.
The numbers are low. Mahindra & Mahindra has a capacity of 2,000 electric cars a month. This year, it will increase to 5,000. Mahindra & Mahindra is a pioneer in electric cars in India. It manufactures this car right behind me, but it just doesn't have the first mover advantage. It is also constantly reinventing itself to stay relevant in the changing times. The company has also announced a plan to set up a new facility to make battery packs.
The volumes are low at this point for a variety of reasons, including the lack of infrastructure and other reasons like that, battery costs, price being too high. But the government has recently announced that they have a target, an aspirational target, that by the year 2030, all cars in India will be electric. Now, it's not important whether that exact target is met, but clearly this has changed the entire aspiration of car makers in India, and everybody is going to make plans to set up facilities to manufacture electric vehicles.
And Mahindra sees rapid innovation bringing down costs.
I foresee that at some point in time, with plummeting battery costs, increasing range, lower charging time, electric vehicles will be on parity with conventional engine vehicles, in the sense that their price will be on parity and their range will be on parity. At that point in time, one doesn't really need the government to step in. Consumers will buy, and then the market itself will provide the charging stations that are required. It is only in the transition period, in the interim period, that we do look to the government to increase the popularity of cars by providing subsidies for electric vehicles and by providing charging stations to the extent possible.
India is all set to become the world's third largest car market by 2020. And the demand is only expected to rise in a country of 1.2 billion people. Many companies are now planning to enter the Indian market to fill up a space that massive electric car demand will create, including Tesla.
We welcome competition. We think competition should come in. And Tesla, frankly, is an aspirational car. So if it comes in here and ignites the desirability of electric cars, it's good for India, good for the world, frankly, if India can switch faster to electric vehicles.
Customer acceptance is dependent on value for money, especially in a price-sensitive market like India. And the performance of electric cars still falls short compared to fossil fuel cars. But the rapid innovations and an aggressive push by the government are steering the industry into the fast lane. Shweta Bajaj, CGTN, Mumbai, India.